Did you know a simple hand gesture could get you arrested in Germany? Today, I'm Raja, and we're diving into the most shocking taboos you need to know before visiting. From illegal hand signals to why gloves hang from trees, we're covering the wildest culture shocks and legal pitfalls. Some of these can land you in serious trouble, while others will just leave you baffled. Whether you're planning a trip or just curious, stick around. These 15 points will change how you see Germany. Let's jump right in. In Germany, there's one subject that stands above all others as the ultimate taboo: anything connected to the Nazis. This is not just a social no-go, it's a legal one too. Even mentioning them, displaying their symbols, or performing the Hitler salute is strictly forbidden by law. There are absolutely no exceptions, no matter the context. German law, especially Section 86A of the Strafgesetzbuch, bans all Nazi symbols and gestures, whether in public, in movies, or even in video games. The rules are enforced everywhere, from classrooms to online spaces. This isn't just about avoiding offense, it's about protecting democracy, honoring the victims, and making sure that the horrors of history's darkest chapter are never repeated in any form. If someone does a Hitler salute or shouts Nazi slogans in public, bystanders will immediately call the police. The response is swift and serious. Even making jokes, casual references, or sharing memes about Nazis can get you arrested or fined. The law leaves no room for ambiguity. Online, the rules are just as strict. Websites, social media posts, and even digital art are censored if they contain banned content. If you're visiting Germany, remember, never joke, reference, or make light of this period. It's a matter of deep respect for the country's history and its people. It's the #1 rule: don't test it. In Germany, this is a line you simply do not cross. Think the internet is a free-for-all. You might believe that what you post online is just harmless fun, or that memes are simply jokes to be shared with friends. But the reality is, the digital world has real-world consequences, especially in some countries. Not in Germany. Posting Nazi symbols or hate speech online is a criminal offense. Even sharing or liking such content can get you into serious trouble with the law. German authorities actively monitor social media and websites for illegal content. It doesn't matter if it's a meme, a comment, or a retweet, any of these can trigger a police investigation. There are real cases of people getting criminal records for a single post. Sometimes people are shocked to discover that a joke or a careless share has led to legal action. Social media companies are required by law to remove banned content quickly or face huge fines. This means your post could disappear, and you could still be held responsible. Hate speech, Holocaust denial, and incitement are aggressively prosecuted. German courts take these offenses very seriously, and sentences can include hefty fines or even jail time. Free speech is important, but in Germany, it's carefully balanced against protecting society from dangerous ideologies and hate. If your content is accessible in Germany, you're accountable. Ignorance is no excuse. Even if you live abroad, your post can still be subject to German law. So before you hit post or share, think twice. What seems like a harmless meme could have serious consequences. Love collecting Weitats, Anisken, Badiosixtas, Bau memorabilia. In Germany, owning or selling Nazi-era items can get you in serious trouble. Unless you're a museum or accredited historian, trading these objects is risky and often illegal. Even displaying them at a flea market can lead to police raids and confiscation. The law aims to prevent glorification of the past, so most people avoid these items entirely. If you're not an official institution, don't buy, sell, or display Nazi memorabilia. The risk isn't worth it. Here's a shocker. Public nudity is totally normal in Germany, thanks to the FKK or free body culture. This movement has deep roots dating back to the early 20th century, and it's all about celebrating the human body in its natural state. For many Germans, stripping down outdoors isn't rebellious or provocative. It's simply a way to connect with nature and feel free. Designated FKK zones in parks, beaches, and pools mean you'll see people of all ages enjoying nature in the nude. It's not unusual to spot entire families, groups of friends, or solo sunbathers, all comfortable and relaxed, treating nudity as just another part of daily life. It's not sexual, it's about health, freedom, and body acceptance. The FKK philosophy encourages people to embrace their bodies, let go of shame, and enjoy the simple pleasure of being outdoors, without barriers. Accidentally wearing a swimsuit in an FKK area can make you stand out more than being naked. Locals might give you a curious glance, but don't worry, everyone's pretty chill about it. Look for FKK signs. If you see one, expect nudity. These signs are your cue that you're entering a space where clothing is optional, and everyone is welcome to join in. It's a huge culture shock for visitors, but for Germans, it's just everyday life. What might seem wild to outsiders is simply a normal accepted part of the culture here. So whether you want to embrace it, or prefer to avoid those areas, just know that in Germany, body freedom is truly celebrated. In German saunas, wearing a swimsuit is a big no-no. Total nudity is the rule, not the exception. It's about hygiene. Swimsuits trap sweat and chemicals, which is considered unsanitary. Always sit on a towel. No skin should touch the benches. Saunas are co-ed and non-sexual, and staring is strictly frowned upon. If you try to wear trunks, you'll be asked to remove them. For many foreigners, this is a true test of adapting to local customs. Either embrace the tradition or skip the sauna experience. It's a cultural norm that surprises many. Germany is known for welcoming refugees, but integration is a huge challenge. Despite legal support, many refugees feel isolated and face subtle discrimination. Breaking into German social circles is tough. Language and cultural barriers are high. Germans are private, and forming friendships takes time, even for locals. The result? Refugees often feel like outsiders despite years of effort. It's a social paradox, legal acceptance but social distance. Integration is much harder than official policies suggest. Believe it or not, Germany will pay rejected asylum seekers to leave voluntarily. The Starthilfe Plus program offers cash and support to help people resettle in their home countries. It's seen as more humane and cost-effective than forced deportation. Critics argue it can pressure vulnerable people to return to unsafe situations. It's a controversial policy that highlights the tough balance between humanitarianism and bureaucracy. Sometimes, the logic of the state is colder than you'd expect. Prostitution is legal and regulated in Germany with mega brothels and official red light districts. The goal was to protect sex workers and bring the industry out of the shadows. Workers must register and get health checks, and brothels need licenses. But the reality is complex. Most sex workers are migrants, and exploitation is still rampant. Many are trapped by traffickers or fear the authorities. Legalization hasn't solved the industry's dark side. It's a legal business with a troubling underbelly. Want to mow your lawn or drill on a Sunday? In Germany, that's often illegal. Quiet hours, especially Sundays, are strictly enforced. No loud noises, no exceptions. Neighbors will complain, and police can fine you for disturbing the peace. This obsession with Ruhezeit is about everyone's right to rest. Even loud parties or noisy kids can get you in trouble. For Germans, quiet is a cherished social contract. Plan your chores for Saturday and enjoy the silence on Sunday. Community rules trump individual freedom here. Dating in Germany is slow and deliberate. No quick labels or instant exclusivity. You might date for months before becoming official. Exclusivity must be discussed. Don't assume anything. Germans value honesty and clarity, so when they commit, it's serious. For outsiders, the lack of labels can be confusing. Patience is key. Relationships here are marathons, not sprints. Let things unfold naturally. In Germany, men are often expected to sit down to pee, especially in private homes. It's about cleanliness and respect for shared spaces. Signs in bathrooms remind men to sit, and some landlords even try to enforce it. Standing can be seen as inconsiderate or even cause disputes. Forgets, sitting is the polite thing to do. It's a quirky, but very real taboo. Respect the house rules. When in doubt, sit down. Working under the table is a serious crime in Germany. Not a minor shortcut. Schwarzarbeit, illegal work, undermines the social system and is harshly punished. Employers and workers face huge fines, criminal records, or even deportation. Special enforcement units conduct raids and checks. If you work, you need a contract and must pay taxes, no exceptions. The risks far outweigh any short-term gain. In Germany, everything must be official. Germans fiercely protect their personal space and quiet in public. Loud conversations or sitting too close to strangers are big social taboos. Privacy laws are strict. Even taking someone's photo without consent can get you in trouble. Public spaces are for peaceful coexistence, not disturbances. Cutting in line or being overly familiar is frowned upon. It may feel cold, but it's about mutual respect. Follow the unspoken rules and you'll fit right in. In Germany, sneezing triggers a social ritual. Everyone says Gesundheit, and you must reply Danke. Not saying it is considered rude and will get you odd looks, it's a tiny but important part of daily etiquette. These small rituals matter, they show respect and connection. Forgetting your Danke can make you seem impolite. Be ready for this exchange, it's everywhere. Even the smallest gestures count in German culture. Lose a glove in a German park. You'll likely find it hanging from a tree branch. This fun bomb tradition is an unspoken community lost and found. People display lost items in visible spots, hoping the owner returns. It's not official, just a quiet act of kindness and trust. Public spaces become communal lost and found offices. It's a beautiful example of shared responsibility. Next time you see a glove on a tree, you'll know why. That's it. 15 of Germany's most surprising taboos. From strict laws to quirky customs, Germany is full of contradictions and surprises. Understanding these taboos helps you be a more respectful traveler. Which one shocked you most? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.